presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Jets and the Toronto Huskies. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, they have the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on the defense, and they held them with 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to bring big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game. And, Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, again, man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Mills now. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hand.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Boy, very surprising. 2 lost fumbles for him, and we're still in the first quarter of play.
And you want to make a quick trip to the doghouse, maybe to the bench? Fumble twice in the first quarter as he just did. Now you just wonder, is he going to be thinking about every time he touches the ball from here on out?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Give him 30 yards there.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
The score, Jets 10, Huskies nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far in 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They go play action. Mills. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mills. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Huskies nothing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Ready, ready. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On second down, a run with Hall. And he swallowed out right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mills. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
You're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. And it's caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard from 3 yards out. And the Huskies have cut it back within a score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Will Watson set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. Set.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Set.
Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Wilson. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone tried to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Hall on a give up the middle, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Hall again on second down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And some room to maneuver.
Mills pass.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
A handoff for Hall. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 5, here's second and 2. Here's a give to Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing, Mills. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A 62-yard punt return. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Jets 30, Huskies 6. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down and 4, Mills. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Mills on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they'll run on the draw. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Mills on 4th down, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much. Maybe a yard down in the 23.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mills. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. That's good power football.